Hey y'all, it's Stacy. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're tackling the Southern classic pimento cheese. Now, whether you say pimento or whether you spell it with the extra I or whatever it is, it's just delicious, right? Now we're gonna start with cheese. Oftentimes I'll get the question, can I use the pre-shredded stuff? And as with most cooking things, can you? Yes. Should you? No. And there's a couple reasons why. The main reason is because that bagged pre-shredded stuff is coated sometimes with cornstarch or with cellulose that keeps it from sticking in the bag. And what happens is it's also not gonna mix really well into a dish like this. Now there are always situations where that pre-shredded stuff works great. This is just not one of them because you want all of this to combine and give you that creaminess that you expect from pimento cheese, and using the pre-shredded stuff just doesn't work here. So I've got 1 pound, like a 1 pound block of sharp cheddar. Now when it comes to cheese, you can use different kinds. If you happened to catch my episode of Guys Grocery Games, you know that I used like 8 ounces of sharp cheddar and 8 ounces of medium cheddar. For this though, I like to keep things really simple. You guys know that. So I'm using 1 pound block of sharp cheddar. You could swap this for other cheeses. You could use pepper jack. You could use Gouda. You could use a blend. So maybe you do 8 ounces of one or 8 ounces of another, whatever it is. The most important thing though is to grate your own cheese. I'm using a box grater because I feel like I can control how thin I want this to be by the pressure that I'm pushing down on this. I don't want really thick shreds of cheese. I like it to be a little thin so that it kind of melts into this. You could totally use one of those fancy rotary graters too if you wanted to, which would make this process a little bit easier. And you can control the thickness of the shred then too based on how firmly you push that cheese down into that rotary grater, like when you're pressing the cheese down. So a light touch is gonna mean that it's gonna be a little bit lighter than if you were to press really hard and get kind of thick shreds. You can also use the small side of the box grater and get a finer shred. But we're just gonna shred this up. And it takes a little more effort, but this is one of those instances where a little effort is gonna give you a much better end product. All right, so there's all of that. You can see it's kind of a thinner shred on that, so that's gonna give us exactly what we need. Now we're gonna do pimentos. And I have people that tell me all the time they like to use like fire roasted red peppers as a substitute, and I think that's a great way to add additional flavor. For me, it's old school, it's plain jarred diced pimentos just like this. This is a 4-ounce jar, and I'm gonna drain this really well. We don't want all of the extra moisture in here. So sometimes even before I start this process, I'll go ahead and drain these really, really well because we wanna try to get all of that out. We don't wanna smush these though. So you could like lightly dab them with some paper towels. I'm gonna just let that rest in the sink there just to drain some of that other excess moisture off while we finish this up. All right, next we're gonna talk about mayonnaise. I like very savory pimento cheese. In the grocery store, you're likely to find some great pre-made pimento cheeses. Some of them are a little sweet. I don't really love sweetness in my pimento cheese, so I like to opt for a mayonnaise that's kind of a tangy vinegar-based mayonnaise that is gonna give you more of that kind of savory flavor. I'm gonna start with about a half a cup of mayo. And I'm just gonna eyeball this. Next, an ingredient that is maybe a little controversial in pimento cheese, and that's cream cheese. Do you have to use it? Like I told you before, no, you don't have to. Should you? Yes. This gives pimento cheese this kind of really great creamy texture. I let this sit out for about 30 minutes because we want this to be really nice and soft. And we're making pimento cheese, not diet food, so I used full fat pimento cheese. I'm just gonna start the process of incorporating this. Now let's talk about how we're gonna flavor this up. Couple options here. I like to use fresh onion in pimento cheese. It just gives it a sharpness, a flavor that I think is better than other options. I don't love the crunch of, let's say, diced onion in this, so I like to grate onion. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of grated sweet onion here. A couple caveats in terms of using grated onion. So if you are one of those people that have noticed when you chop onion up, you kind of smell that sharpness, maybe your eyes water a little bit. The reason that happens is when we damage the cells in onion, it releases sulfur compounds, and those sulfur compounds are what makes your eyes water. It gives the dish a bitterness sometimes. And so anytime that we're going to use fresh onion like this, you have to be cautious about that. If it's something that you're really sensitive to, you can opt for onion powder here, like maybe a half a teaspoon of onion powder. The other thing is that cut onions and grated onions like this can often get more bitter the longer that it sits. So if I'm gonna make pimento cheese this way, I usually wanna serve it within like 3-4 hours. If it's something that I'm gonna make on the weekend and have throughout the week, I won't use the fresh, I'll use onion powder or something like that because I want to avoid that bitterness the longer it sits. There's a couple things that you can do. A lot of my recipes that call for fresh onion, like in a raw preparation, like a salad or something like that, I talk about how you can chop that onion and soak it in some ice cold water for 10-20 minutes. I recently learned that process is called deflaming, oddly enough, but it takes some of the bitterness out. You can try that with this and see if that helps a little bit. But for me, this is something that's not gonna last long at my house, so I like to use that fresh grated onion to avoid the crunchiness and to give us all the flavor that we want. I'm just gonna stir this a little bit more. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And you know, here's the thing too. There are so many things that you can do to this to add different flavors. Some people add a little hot sauce. Some people add some pickled jalapenos. Some people add Worcestershire. Some people add Creole seasoning. This is just a good base recipe that you can kind of tailor to your particular flavor profile that you like. I'm gonna add some black pepper here. And when it comes to salt, you know, this is one of those situations where it really depends how salty your cheese is. Different brands of cheddar cheese are gonna have different salt contents. So you're gonna wanna put all of this together and then decide, hey, does this need some more salt or not? In many cases, I don't think it really needs any salt, but you could add some. Let's add these pimentos right in the mix there and fold this together. And I can see here that I'm gonna need a little more mayo because this isn't quite the creamy texture that I like. I don't know though. It's coming together pretty nicely, a little stirring. The other thing that I'll say about pimento cheese too is that people kind of have different feelings about what this texture should be. And if you like it to be really creamy, where kind of the cheese kind of melts into this, the more that you stir it, the more it's kind of gonna dissolve, that cheese is gonna dissolve into the mixture. If you like to be able to see the chunks of cheese and kind of have that texture, obviously you're gonna stir it a little bit less. And just like I said, I thought I was gonna have to add some more mayo, but once I put a little elbow grease into this, it came together perfectly. See, I surprise myself sometimes. I even know how to write a recipe. And that's all there is to this. You can serve this as a spread on crackers, make a sandwich out of it, put it on a hot dog or a burger, make a grilled cheese out of pimento cheese. This is just a great base for all kinds of things. Get creative with it, have fun. And you can find the full recipe with all of my tips by heading over to the website, southernbite.com. Just search for Southern Pimento Cheese. Y'all enjoy.